Hello everyone, I'm Jake Smith and this is From the Cinema. I'm going to start off with a rather bold statement. Most comedy films aren't really that good. In fact, I would even go as far as to say that a straight-up comedy film is the worst genre of film right now. They're often ugly-looking but competent. The recent comedy trend is to stick actors into the frame and let them improv a heavy amount of dialogue, and then pick up and choose the best material. The resulting film becomes a collection of actors breaking character, mugging, or otherwise killing a joke. It's not the actor's fault per se, but rather the directors that took on the Apatowian model of cinema, a mode that barely works for Apatow anyways. Gone are the days of carefully choreographed stunts and gags of the silent era. Gone are the days of the comedy of manner of the 50s. Fistfight, the newest comedy film featuring both Charlie Day and Ice Cube, continues this trend while also attempting to satirize our current political crisis, but is otherwise toothless and rather unfunny. Charlie Day and Ice Cube play teachers, the former being a pushover wimp and the latter a tough-as-nails, hothead history teacher. It's the last day of school and everywhere is utter chaos. Teachers are getting fired left and right due to budget cuts. The already delinquent children have taken over the school and have utterly destroyed it with pranks. And Ice Cube is trying to keep the peace while Charlie Day accepts the destruction. Cube is fired after being snitched on by Day, so Cube demands that Day fight with him after school. The rest of the film is Day attempting to rectify, flee, or otherwise accept his fate, all with hijinks and awkward situations and improvisational dialogue. A key point to the film's underpinning is Cube's intent. The fight is both revenge against Day's tattling and an attempt to raise awareness of the school's social and economic decay. Cube represents a pragmatic, if perhaps rough approach to politics, a do-it-yourself attitude mixed with social order and fiscal spending. At one point, he laments a new expensive coffee maker for the teachers when he says that money should have been spent on textbooks, etc. Day, on the other hand, slowly develops a spine through the film, awakening and eventually taking on the administration of the school. The entire film is about standing up to bullies and to doing what is right, but the core of the film's politics remains stunted and never developed. Take a scene, for example, which Day and Cube sitting at a table for Model UN in order to try and mediate their issues. Day sits behind Israel, while Cube sits behind Iran and eventually trades it out for North Korea. The joke is small, but it captures the political confusion of the film. A more daring filmmaker would have switched the placards, but it also reveals that the filmmakers lack the ability to create a political core that goes beyond simply saying, stand up for what is right. What even is the right thing? The film never suggests this, instead remaining politically and socially agnostic, a total blunder given the potential politics hidden within the film. Beyond politics, the film is just simply unfunny. As stated before, the improvisation totally kills the pacing of the scenes, but it also relies on lowbrow humor involving students masturbating or teachers taking drugs. Lowbrow humor should be ecstatic and messy, taking social mores and flipping them on their head. But the film continues to sleepwalk through the rather same tired gags that have populated films over and over before. A film like this would benefit from the close choreography of a Buster Keaton film, especially for the fight scene itself. Perhaps part of the problem is that Day's twitchy physicality matched with Cube's menacing presence is not really played against one another. The director simply throws the two together on screen without any sort of physical framing. It is simply just another paycheck for the cast and crew. The best joke in the film is a moment in which contradictory stories of Cube being a badass or otherwise violent is never resolved or expanded on. We never get to know Cube's past other than urban legends, thus turning him from simply a threatening man into a horrifying icon. It is funny on accident, not necessarily even a ha-ha kind of joke either. Rather, it's a moment of tension that provides more thoughtful humor. There's not much thought, but at least it's something. I give this film overall a 4 out of 10. It is unfunny, but at times seems to attempt some sort of political, lofty underpinning. And even though that fails, it is at least the appearance of being thought out. This is the kind of film that gets played on a loop on TBS once you watch in bits and pieces while doing something more productive. Just wait till you see it on TV. It's not worth the $13. Thank you for watching. I'm Jake Smith, and this is From the Cinema.